Okay, today we're going to deal with a few words, the demonstratives, This comes from the word to demonstrate. I hope you know what to demonstrate when someone says words like this, that, these, or those. Then at some point we shall add this word there. We shall add it at some point. But for now, I want us to put a strict emphasis on the words this, that, this, and those. Now right here you can see here we are dealing with the singular, and here we are dealing with the plural. And you know, we are so sensitive to numbers and we are so sensitive to gender. Now here is going to be the easiest way for us to handle this. When we have a word like this, what comes to our mind are two things. That in this language, Arabic, we are so much concerned about gender, masculine and feminine. So the big question is, how will this word appear in the masculine gender and in the feminine gender? Now we are looking at particularly the first word, this. For a man, this word will appear as hada, or for the masculine gender. Hada. And then for the female or the feminine, it will appear as hadhihi. Usually we don't put these signs, but for purposes of clarity, we are going to use them so that you can easily understand. This is hadha, hadhihi. Then we have another word, which is that. Again, you can see that we are concerned about how will this word that appear in the masculine gender and in the feminine gender. And you'll hear of a word called dhalika. Dhalika. Now here I want you to pay attention, because this word will appear as quite often as possible. This word is dhalika. You hear how I speak it out. It's dhalika. Now if it's for a female, instead of dhalika, it will be tilka. Tilka. Okay. Now, if you can forget anything else, I want you to learn that as we now try to construct a few sentences, you will see the usefulness of learning these four words: this, that, these, and those, because it will help you to explain yourself. Like you're saying, this is a boy. Now what is this? Of course we have already learned what that is, what the boy is, but how do you say this is a boy? So you will find that this helps you a lot as you go along, and we want to spare no time, having known that the masculine is hada feminine is hadhi, and that is dhalika and tilka. I want us to see how we can ably apply these words. So of course we are going to also to see these. Okay, let's first also see these. This one is these. We'll ask ourselves, how will these appear in the masculine and in the feminine? These is haula, haula, haula. Okay, now the beauty of this is that these will remain the same. Feminine and masculine are all the same. This is haula. Maybe you can put that for you to understand. Haula. Okay. So we are not going to spend a lot of time these. Then those is going to be. We have another one here. I will use which color? Okay, let me use this. Those. You can say masculine and feminine. Those is going to be ulaika, ulaika. Okay, this is u. Maybe you can understand. Ulaika. Then this one, the same thing. Okay. Now, ulaika, you already understood what that means. Those, and if it is one, you say dhalika or tilka. Tilka in plural will be ulaika, and dhalika in plural will be ulaika. They will all come up to the same thing, and this is something you must pay attention to. This word is dhalika, and this one is tilka. Tilka will come to this, and this one will come to this. So you see, they're all going to look the same. There is going to be no difference when it comes to the plural of that, masculine and feminine. Okay. Without wasting a lot of your time, I want you to look at a statement like this, that this is a boy. Remember, I told you, if you remember very well, in Arabic we do not have is. And this a indicates to you that this is indefinite. Indefinite. Okay, it will appear in one word, and you'll know that this is an indefinite isim. So we have already seen that this is this can either be hadha or hadhi. Because this is masculine, of course the boy, you don't need even to think so much. The word boy is masculine, so we are going to use hadha. So you come and say hadha. What is boy? Boy is walad. But remember something, that we said this word walad must be in case one. So how do we put it in case one? By adding a tanween. Okay, so the word which was walad is going to become waladun. by putting a tanween. Therefore, what is our translation going to be or to look like? Our translation is therefore going to be هذا ولد. I think you can see how Arabic this boy that you're literally saying this is a boy, and someone will understand. I want you to put strong and very strict emphasis on how we generate these sentences. The more you understand how we generate these statements is the more you understand when people begin to talk to you. If you already have the basics, you know when to say this, you know when to say that, it will help you so much. Now, same way as we have used other, if we want to say that is a boy, we are now saying that is a boy. In the same way, we are going to use the same trait, and now we say, because this is masculine, we are going to use this word dhalika. Okay, so that is a boy. We are going to write dhalika dhalika. You know how we took this to case 1, it will all come back here, and we say dhalika waladun. Even when you are reading a text and someone has written something like this, and now this is something which I want you to pay so much attention to. If you read a sentence and someone has written something like this, that, okay, have, oh, this is faint, you can't use this. Even when you find someone has written a sentence like this without necessarily putting a tanween on top, like you see, like here, you see this tanween. But even in the absence of this tanween, this is where I wanted you to look on this. Now, like on this sentence, like here, you will not read it as hada walad. No. Because of the knowledge that you have so far gathered, you'll know that this statement will be read as hadha waladun, even if you do not see these marks on top. But you have a reason why, because this must appear in case 1, and in case it is you are reading it in case 1, it will have this tanween. So even when you don't see it and you are reading this sentence, all you are speaking it out, please bear in mind that you're not going to read it as hadha walad, but you'll have to put the tanween. Why? Because it has to be in case 1. It has to be in case 1. So even when you read a text without these marks, you already know how it's supposed to be read. So in the same way, if you find another sentence reading dhalika walad, already you bear in mind that there is a tanween, even if it has not been put here or here. Just bear in mind that it is there. You're going to see a good number of statements where it doesn't appear, but because it doesn't appear, you don't have to forget that it has to be there. Okay, so we can also look at another one. This is a common one. It is liked by many. That this is a book, and another one will say that is a book. We are trying to acquaint ourselves with this word dhalika and hadha, or hadhi and tilka. So you ask yourself, number one, that is, what is a book? Book, the name for book is kitab. So you already understand that this name kitab is masculine. It does not fall in the feminine gender or in the feminine category. So therefore this will read as hadha kitab. But because we have to put in mind what is this in case one, hadha kitab, you'll find yourself putting a tanween, so it will read hadha kitabun. Okay, but if it is this is the book, remember this one we have said it will either be hadha or dhalika. Of course we shall have to put the tanween, but even if it does not exist, you know how it's supposed to be read. But if it is the book, then what was kitab will become al-kitab. And when there is al, you're not going to put tanween, but this word will either be read as al-kitab. Therefore, in reading this word, you will find yourself reading it as al-kitab. We have all looked at these things and hope they will not confuse you. So you will hear someone reading a statement. This is a favorite one in the Quran, reading dhalika al-kitab. That is the book. That is the. Whenever you see this al, you are reading the word the. So this will read dhalika al-kitab. Now this is petty. The moment you acquaint yourself with these basics and you know how to construct a sentence basically, many things are going to help you. Now if you want to use those, remember, if you use ulaika, it has to reflect, the plural has also to reflect in the words you are writing. For example, I'll give you another example. Say you want to write, these are Muslims. These are Muslims. How are you going to write it? These are Muslims. Not just one, but many. And you're saying, these are Muslims. Okay, we overuse this word Muslim. I hope it will help to ease up your understanding. But I want us to use this word, these. I have to use this word, these. And we said this is haula. So we are going to write something. Okay, so if you're writing these are Muslims, we said if it is one, is Muslim. This is singular. Plural, Muslims are going to be Muslimun. I think you remember all of these basics, that they're not going to confuse you. Okay, so these are Muslims. You'll write haula muslimuna. هؤلاء مسلمون. As simple as this is. But if they are female, I want you now to go back and read how do we talk about a female Muslims. Muslima is one. Plural is, I hope you remember, that is Muslimat. Okay, Muslimat, that is case one. So you now write Haula Muslimat. So the moment you acquaint yourself, the moment you sharpen your mind about the gender of these words, is the easier you're going to find these things. Okay, we can look at another example pretty so fast. We have the word chair. Chair in Arabic is called kursi. Kursi. Actually, you can find yourself reading as kursi. Kursi, chair. Okay, it is written as kursi. So when you look at this word, you understand it is masculine. So therefore, when you are writing it, you'll use hadha. So you'll simply put hadha kursi. But remember, because we want to put this in case one, we shall read it as if there is a tanween. Therefore, this word, instead of reading it as kursi, you'll end up reading it as kursiyun. Because of the tanween. So when someone is reading, don't think chair is kursi. No, it is kursi, but because you want to put it into case one, you'll find this word being read as hadha kursiyun. Hadha kursiyun. Kursi is the chair. But if you want to put the word kursi in case one, you are going to find yourself this word being read as hadha kursiyun. So don't ask where is the U and the N. No, the U and N sound comes as a result of putting the tanween. So this word will appear hadha kursiyun. As easy as you hear that sounding. Okay, let's drive on. I wanted to get another example which is a bit feminine, so we can see how we can use the feminine also. Let's take an example of the word. This is a tree, and the statement is, this is a tree. First thing you have to ask yourself is, what is a tree? A tree, shajara. Now, if you know that this is the word shajara, already you are seeing tamarbut here, then you know we are dealing with the feminine gender. Okay, feminine gender, we said we are not going to use hadha, but this time we are going to use hadhihi. So we are going to write this hadhihi. This is what you are going to use because this is feminine gender. Okay, hadhihi. Then we are going to put this word here, hadhihi. Okay, but because this word is shajara, when we are putting the tanween, because it has to be in case one, it is going to now read hadhihi shajaratun. Hadhihi shajaratun. Tun. So it is going to have a tune at the end. Therefore you'll hear this sound, shajaratun. هذه شجرة. Why are we putting هذه? Because this is feminine gender. You can see the term root. Okay, we can get another pretty quick example of this is a car. This is a car. Okay, now the word car is Sierra. Sierra. Now that is the word car. Sierra, but it has to have a terminal root like this. So you can see easily that this is a feminine gender. Therefore, we are going to use هذه. Then you put هذه. Then you put Sierra. But because you have to put a tanwin here, the sound will change and it will read هذه سيارة. سيارة. Okay, هذه سيارة. We can find as many examples as we possibly can. Then you can have like now the same thing as we have put هذه. It is the same way we are going to put tilka. Okay, we shall interchangeably use. If it is near you, you will use if it is far away from you, you will put tilka. The same way, if the car is not so close to you, you cannot say this is a car, and the car is very far, you say this is a car. If it's very far from you, you will say that is a car. So you here you'll use tilka. If it is so close, you will say this is a car. Therefore, you'll use هذه. If it is near, if it is far away from you, tilka. If it is near, this. If it is far, that. Okay, so that's it for this. We have I wanted us to exercise with a few. Yeah, this is the last one, I think, and it's going to be, someone requested me, he gave it to me, I don't know why. Okay, but I want you to look at this sentence. I don't know if this will work. Okay, he, oh, it is faint. And this, he is Allah, and this is the truth. He is Allah, and this is the truth. Now someone asked you, how do you translate this? Now this may be a bit complicated for you, but we shall still put it and we explain it as we go along. It will read, oh, this pen is faint. You'll excuse me, the pen's getting over. Okay, this will read that huwa Allahu wa hadha al-haq. But this is something I want you to look at. This word huwa is read he. This Allahu is read as Allah. This word is and. This is this, and this is the truth. I don't know if you can now see he, Allah, and this the truth. Yeah? if you're trying to translate, He is Allah, and this is the truth. In English, He is actually saying He Allah, and it is the truth. You see, there is no is. So, Huwa Allahu wa hadha al-haqq. Now, because Arabic is not read as you look at it like this, you'll hear some words now. Huwa Allahu wa hadha al-haqq. Now, you may think this is one word. Hadha al-haqq. Hadha al-haqq. Huwa Allahu wa hadha al-haqq. Now, someone may think haqq is written alone and li. So there are some words you are going to be meeting and they will be adding up like this. Huwa Allahu wa hadha al-haqq. But I hope it won't confuse you. In the same way, some people may write this same text in differently by inserting another huwa after hadha. Someone may insert it here. For example, he may write it like this. Okay, you see he's inserting another huwa, like He, Allah, and this, He, the truth. So don't confuse, because if this is a masculine, at times they put this He. So I hope it doesn't confuse you. We are going to get more examples as we go along. I want you also to acquaint yourself with these, those, there. Maybe time may not have been on our side today, but now you'll find this being read as Huwa Allahu wa hadha huwa al-haqq. Huwa Allahu wa hadha huwa al-haqq. So if you just want to hear how the words are spoken and not how they are written, trust me, it will be hard for you. But if you put strict emphasis on what is written and how it is spelled, when someone is speaking, you'll easily understand what he's talking about. For example, you say Huwa Allahu wa hadha huwa al-haqq. You already have the meaning. You already have the meaning inside you, that you can read this statement and understand what it means. So when someone